Hey everyone, it's Riley, and today I want to give you guys some bullet journal theme ideas that you can use for the month of December, or most of them can be used for any month. I know I do a video like this every single month, so if you don't like any of these ideas, you can check out one of those. I'll link to one of them up here. But basically what I like to do is just give you guys 3 different themes that I think will be accessible to just about anyone. So even if you don't have lots of supplies, you don't have lots of time, you don't consider yourself an artist, you should still be able to do these themes. So today's themes all have kind of a different feel. So one of them is more like cozy winter holiday kind of thing, but I didn't want to make them all that way because I know it's not winter all over the world right now. And I also know not everyone celebrates Christmas and the holidays around this time of year. So still, there should be something that everyone likes, even if you're not into either of those things. So if you appreciate and enjoy simple bullet journaling content like this, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel. Another place where you can find me is over on Instagram. I post lots of pictures of very simple bullet journal themes that I use in my own journal, but also in the custom journals that I sell in my Etsy shop. So please do join me there, and let's actually get in and start setting up these themes. You can take these doodles, use them on whatever pages you want in your monthly setup. All right, so I'm going to approach this video a little bit differently than my other theme ideas video, and I'm going to do them all on one page, and you will see why. We're going to start off with the title, and I finally want to show you guys some stacked calligraphy. Now, I hope to break this down further. I've mentioned this in a couple of videos, but next year I want to do some kind of calligraphy tutorials either here or on a different platform or in worksheet form. Not totally sure yet. You can leave your feedback down below. But I wanted to show it to you guys because it's so fun. It's so fun all the time, but it's so fun in this holiday season to do some stacked calligraphy. So we're just going to use this side of the page, and I'm going to walk you through how I will write December in stacked calligraphy. And I do it different all the time, and I got this idea originally from an account on Instagram called Lettering and Me. So I'm going to link her account down below because she is like a bajillion times better than me at stacked calligraphy. So go check her out. So anyways, I'm using a brush pen here. You could do this with like a felt tip pen, like a Crayola Super Tip. That's actually how I started with calligraphy, and I kind of prefer that in some ways. But for this, I'm going to be using Tombow N49. And one of the biggest things is just whenever you're going downwards, you want to use the side of the brush to make it nice and thick. And whenever you're not going down, like you're going up or to the side, you want to be like gently using more of the tip of the brush to make it thin. So we're going to start off with a lowercase d. So I'm going up, nice and thin, down, and then back up. And then you can pick up your marker because that's kind of the end of one stroke. And then I'm going to make the back of the D here with one thick down stroke and then bring it back up to connect to the next letter, which is E. So kind of moving upwards here, nice and thin, down, thick, up. And then same with the C. So we've got up, nice and thin, down is thicker, and then up is thin again. So I'm choosing to put the first 3 letters up here and then the next 2 in the next row, but I just kind of wing it honestly all the time and just see what is going to look the best. And for December, I thought that this stack would work well. So we've got an E again. So we're going to go nice and thin around and then thick down the bottom. And I like to kind of fill in the gaps. So since this is a big gap here, I know I want to make my M quite a bit taller. So there we go. And again, I just went thin up, thick down, thinner. Well, that one's kind of thick, but meh, close enough. So now I've got the first 2 rows. And then I'm going to try to fill in this gap here with my B. So I'm going to start with kind of a swirly sort of thing going up, and a thick down stroke, thin up, wrapping around nice and thick down. And then you always need to come out and up to connect with the next letter. No matter what letter you're doing, that's always the direction that I end in. So again, we've got E, go around nice and thin, and down nice and thick. And then again, we're coming up to connect to the final letter, which is an R. And I'm just going to do kind of a R with a flat top. I feel like there are so many different ways to do R, but that's how I'm going to choose to do R in this video. All right, little guy just woke up from his nap, so he's right beside me here. I might need to pause to like replace his soother or something, or you might just hear a squeaky little cutie in the background. So anyways, now that we've got the base lead for our calligraphy, I like to just go in and darken up the top half of each letter using the exact same brush. So I just kind of choose like a dot on the page and go till there. Now, when I saw this done by Lettering and Me, she is like I said, on another level. She will use a bunch of different colors and use her blender and like blend them together, and it looks amazing, but I just frankly don't want to take the time. So you definitely could do that, but I'm just kind of taking the easy route here and using one marker and just going over the top half of each letter to add a little bit of interest here. All right, so that is that. Now you can honestly stop at any point in this process. There's so many different things that you can add, so many things that you can leave out. The last thing that I'm going to add is just a little bit of white gel pen here. So one thing that I do like to sometimes do is just add like kind of random dashed lines along all of the downstrokes. So let's do that on the top row here. So that I sometimes do. Another thing that I like to do, especially in winter, which is one reason I wanted to show you guys this theme today, is actually like draw right on here and add like little sparkles. So I'll add some of those shapes, some just like dots, and I often will just do it on like the top half of the letter, the part that I darkened up. Oh, hi buddy. But you could do these little sparkles all over the whole letter. You can do a little X, some of these kind of sparkles, whatever. You honestly can doodle anything on here with white gel pen, but I find sparkles quite easy and very like wintry feeling. And on this one here, I'm just gonna draw like a line kind of where the darker half ends. I'm just gonna draw a line going all the way across these letters, just again, just for fun. You can doodle whatever you want with your white gel pen, but those are just a couple of options. So this right here, you can choose one of these options with white gel pen, or you can ditch the white gel pen. You can add other things. You can just stop right here and have, sorry, he's smiling at me. He's just so cute. I can't focus. Okay, you can stop right here and just have a title page like this. Super cute, very unique, or you can keep right on going. And I'm going to show you 3 different ideas that I think work really well with stacked calligraphy. The first one is very season neutral, doesn't have to be like holiday-ish or Christmas-ish, and that is just to add some leaves. And I would do these just in black, and in that case I would use a color for the title here. But anyways, you can draw just coming in from all different angles. I always start with a curved line for my leaves, and then I'm going to make this kind of, I don't know what shape, like an eye almost, and then just kind of fill it in with smaller and smaller shapes like that, just like that. And I'm going to add those going down the stem that I just made. Here we go. And I like to use a bit of a thicker black pen for this. So the one that I'm using right now is a size 06. And yeah, like I said, you can just draw those coming in all over. So start with a curved stem, then make an eye-shaped leaf, and just keep on adding curved lines to fill in that leaf. All right, so that's idea number 1. And if you wanted to do this idea, you would fill the entire page. If you wanted to add in like some little sparkly guys or dots or something between the leaves like that, you can totally do that too. That's idea number 1 to go along with your stacked calligraphy. Idea number 2 is just some fun like confetti. So I'm going to use these 3 colors here and just show you a few different shapes that I like to use when I do a confetti sort of design. So the first one, super creative, it's a circle. Next, let's throw in a triangle over here, and let's grab a different color. I like to do like a little sort of loop-de-loop like that. Well, let's add a square. And let's add just a little sort of S, like a wavy line. And we can add a star. And that's what I would do. I would just sprinkle these kind of things all over the place. So we got another little triangle and a little loop-de-loop. I hope you guys are enjoying the cute little baby noises as much as I am. He's just really entertained by this gift bag right now, which is awesome. Okay, yeah, so that's how I would do it. Just a bunch of cute little shapes. I've seen it done by other people where like you color the shape in and then have a black outline, but this is my sort of rendition of that, just with a hollow shape. I think it's very cute and kind of like soft. And again, you could definitely use a different color. Like you wouldn't have to use a boring gray color. You could go with one of the colors that you're using for your confetti or something. So that's idea number 2. Now let's get to the wintry Christmassy idea, which is again so easy, and we're just going to do some holly berries. So I'm going to start with red here, and let's put this one along the side here. So I've got red, and I'm just going to do clusters of 3 circles. Okay, and then taking a green here, you're gonna add 2 leaves to each one, and the leaves are really easy. You just want to kind of have a starting point right there, and then just do like waves. So wave, wave, and then back to a tip. Start from the same point, do 2 little waves, back to a tip. And I think it looks kind of cool when you leave this hollow or just like draw a line in it or something. But alternatively, you can just color the leaf in too. You can outline these with black, whatever. So yeah, starting point, wave, wave, back to the tip. Just like that. And with something like holly, you could mix it with other things too, like some of the little mittens that I did in my own December planning video. You could add some of these little like sparkly sort of doodles that I like to add. Sort of like Christmas lights, or I think I used some holly berries when I did like that reindeer theme last year. So you can check out my last year's plan with me about different things that you can mix. So like I said, this was a bit of a different style for a theme ideas video. We've just got one title that you can mix and match, and honestly it's the title that's the fun part, and then you can just take really simple things like holly, like this confetti, or like these leaves, and have a really fun theme for December or whatever month you're currently planning for. Thank you all so much for joining me to get some more ideas of themes that you can use in your bullet journal. Let me know down in the comments which of these themes you like the most, and I will see you in the next video.